Great job for us. Next one. A very noisy one, you probably heard it. Really nice. I think everyone's heard it, the best man. Mr. Thack, you upset me kicker today. He did. Then he lost the ring. Worked with Rick for 5 years. And I've got to say he's he's superb, he really is, in work and out. And today, that comes done without me. Absolutely fantastic.
It's getting silly now.
Wait, give him a minute.
He said, pass him on.
A rock.
A rock? A rock? How do you spell that? Oh, right.
What's the next obviously? That was a mustard dress on there, wasn't it? I'm going to ask my wife, who is probably the luckiest woman around. But I do regard myself as being probably one of the luckiest, even though else have. Finally come to the bridesmaids who work their hearts out.
Sorry?
Helping gentlemen dress and great job. I'd like you to hold the souls to the bridesmaids, please.
Our final speaker of the afternoon is Mr. Rick Patrick.
Not only bloody barricade, I think this on Thank you very much. Tradition has gone out the window really, so we've got a massive big table here. So because tradition has gone out the window, what I'd like to start with doing is what people generally do at the end. I'd like to propose a toast to Janet. I'm not generally the sort of person who is who would pour praise on people, but to be absolutely frank with you, apart from this lady sat here, that's got to be the most beautiful bride I've seen. So, Janet Laurie.
Cheers.
Cheers. Janet.
Right, I'm Richard Thack. I work with Mike, and he stole my thunder rather. I've got about 4 cards here, and I don't know what I'm doing now because he told me so much about me, so not like but as I say, I work with Mike. That's who I am. If any of you want to talk to me later, I'm Murphy's, no, Banks's were on mild. What I'm going to do is read a couple of the cards that are there, just to get my nerves settled a little bit. But before I do that, I believe Arthur needs to make himself known. Where is he? There in the video. Put your hand up, Arthur. No, in the air. Arthur has forfeited his holidays to come today, which, all joking aside, is fair play to the fella. Somebody mentioned last night it was Les, so he was going to come for the buffet. I don't know whether... Okay, let's have a look at some of these. How long have we got? Bar shuts at 12. Can you hold that one for us, and I'll start on one of these ones. Don't be written in block capitals. And if there's any money, I'll answer it. To Janet and Mike, all the very best, Dot and Arnold. Right. Janitor Mike, so I'll leave that class out. Wishing you both a very long and happy life together. Lots of love, best wishes, Lynn, Mike, and I'm not very good at these. Leander? Sorry, I'm only joking there. No, I wasn't. Oh my Lord. To Janitor Mike, wishing you every happiness on your wedding day and throughout your life together. Lots of love and very best wishes from Julie, Stan and David and Helen. Yeah? Are you taking this all in you?
Yeah.
So this is actually for you, this bit's for you. To Janet and Mike, hope you will both be very happy. Love, Audrey, Alan and Christopher. No money yet, Mike, I'm afraid. Not going to say it us or a draft of anything. To Janet and Mike, congratulations. Love, Andrea, Anne and Damon. Yes? Some recognition of the Mike. It's not your head or something. To dear Jan and Mike, love and God bless. Annie Hale? Annie Hale? Maybe not Annie Hale. Annie somebody. Annie?
Annie gets fun.
Annie Hall. Annie Hall.
Annie Oakley.
Right, thanks for that, mate. I don't want to do a couple more of these. They're fish list. Love and best wishes from Maureen, Jimmy, Steve and Andy. Yes? Yes! Are you ready? I don't know what the right wedding. All the very best for the future. Love always, Helen and Phil.
Yes?
None of you will be laughing, you said. Jan and Mike, lots of love, luck and happiness. Oh, God. Jill, Barney, Donna, Daniel, Chris. So that's a good wedding as well. Jesus, how many friends have you got? You've got this many friends. Don't need more. You stop going. Very best wishes for the future with love, Auntie Anne and Uncle Fred.
Yeah.
Maybe he's been having Auntie Anne and Uncle Fred. Congratulations and best wishes. Hope you all have a lovely day. Love from Auntie Margaret and Uncle Dave. Right, I'm doing that now. Okay. I think tradition, I know it's a strange culture that we're living in, I think tradition generally is for the best man to embarrass the groom as much as he possibly can. So with that in mind, as we're breaking with tradition, I didn't think we'd do that. So the speech that I wrote, it only took me 3 or 4 hours the other day. I think I'll actually put that onto one side for a moment. I do actually like it a lot of time. Don't read that one afterwards, anyway. It's very good. You know, Mavis said, Mike in his innocence said to me, love Mavis. Mavis said, in all fairness to it, Mike in his innocence said to me, listen, I've got a real problem. I need you to do something for me that involves going to the hotel. I want you to book in as me and do something for me. I said, right, okay, I'll do that for you, no problem at all. And my horrible mind is thinking all the time, oh yes, oh yes, Saturday all day in Mike's wedding suite. And Mavis pissed on my chips, didn't you? And I thought to myself, the end of the world would have been that they'd fallen out and you and John could have gone on their honeymoon. And then I thought, you and Janet's bikini. No, you're probably right to do You're probably right to do that. Okay. Yeah, on this tradition thing, I thought about, is it fair to embarrass that? I mean, it probably isn't, is it? It's not. It's the guy's best day. It's got to be the best day of his life. It's got to be the best day. So I'm going to leave out the massage part there.
Yeah.
I thought about that. I thought we'd leave out the sheep. I wouldn't mention that because no, it probably wouldn't go down so well. Wouldn't sit so well. One of the ones I thought I would mention. Mike and I, I've stopped doing it now since I've had the children, but Mike and I were used to go out into town, I don't know, once every 6 or 8 weeks. And unfortunately what we used to do, because we didn't go out that often, we used to go straight from work, and we'd get changed at work and we'd go out. And neither of us, as you'll doubtless see later on, are a prestigious drinkers. We have 6 or 8 pints and then we're absolutely knackered, a lot of pair of them. And we found ourselves about 12:15, 12:30, absolutely blind. No change at all from the norm. And we were wandering aimlessly, like driftwood, around Mr. Smith's, bumping into people and hello and how are you and all the rest of the things that fellas do when they're out and drink. And I said to Mike, as the older station, I said, I think what we ought to do is take up station at the top bar and just prop ourselves up there and just see how things go from there on in. So Mike, being my lad, said, yeah, that's okay, I did that. We'll do that. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we make our way up to the top bar. Pike's here. This is where Lad's old Pike's have been. And Mike is actually walking around like that, so that he doesn't spill it. Out here now. And we're propping up the bar and we're there, like the lads do, the lads do, and the girls know what goes on. We stand there, we're looking at the birds walking past and discussing what's going on there, all that nonsense. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing all the talking here, what's happening to him? And I turned around and looked at Mike, and unfortunately, if I'd have looked a second later, I would have missed it, but fortunately, I caught Mike. I'm here on the bar, like this, nonsense. And Mike is here, but unfortunately, the bar finishes here. And Mike has given it this one. I've got to tell you, I don't know if any of you watch Fools and Horses. The guy who wrote the sketch for Del Boy falling through the bar was definitely in Mr. Smith's that night. I saw my friend Mike fall through the bar. Absolutely no question. I'll tell you what, when he first came to work for us, Mike was a little bit shyer than he is now. He was only a little bit shyer. And those of you who know him a little better will know that God, in his infinite wisdom, gave Mike bad eyesight. However, he compensated because he gave him a bloody big pair of ears. Now, I said to Mike, on a Saturday morning, I said, this is my yes! I said to Mike on a Saturday morning, there's something got to go down to Red Star at the bank key. And I've said to Mike, I'm in the mire a bit here, Mike, do you mind taking it? He said, well, I haven't driven a van before. It's only a transit van, it ain't that big, really, at the end of the day. Right, okay, yeah, I'll do that for you. He'd only been working for us 3 or 4 weeks, and to be absolutely fair to Mike, and to give the lad credit, if there's one thing he's very, very good at, it's actually achieving, pleasing people. If he says he's going to do something, he actually goes ahead and does it. So I know that if I give Mike the parcel to go on the Red Star train that's going at 11 o'clock, he's leaving our place at 10:30, it's going to be on the train at 11, no question at all. So he jumps into the van and he chucks out of the place. And I'm thinking, right, sound, that job is now done and I'm on to something else. And it gets to 11 o'clock and I'm thinking, I'm sure you're that by now. I told you that. So I'm thinking to myself, he should have been back by now. And quarter past 11. Well, maybe no. He's not doing that before, he must not be doing. So about 11:30 he comes back in, and Mike is normally bouncy for there, and bouncing in the place and all the rest of it. And he gets in about 11:30 and he is absolutely vexed, totally gutted. So what's on the song? He said, well, I'm doing the transit. I said, well, it's not the end of the world, is it? He's not doing the transit. He said, well, I've had a bit of a bump. I said, how bad is it? He said, well, it's not that bad actually, it's not the end of the world. I said, well, is the van marked? First of all, I think I said, is anybody hurt? Being a charitable target guy, is anybody hurt? No, nobody's hurt. So I've not got a major problem yet. Is the van damaged? No. Right, so I'm clear, I'm out of it now, I've not got a problem. So what happened? Well, I've dropped the parcel off, I've got back into the van, put the van into reverse, and I've come out the parking spot and banged into a guy in an old Capri. Hey man, these things happen. It's only a van and a car. And he still looked vexed. I thought, I'll tell him this, and then suddenly the problems and relief, but none of it. Absolute horror story. I said, Mike, what's the problem? It's a van. He said, well, I couldn't get the van out of reverse. So I backed into him again. All right. So he's got an old van and an old Capri. We're looking at 200 quid at the most. So he's not the end of... Well, unfortunately, Rick, couldn't get the van out reverse again. Backed into him again. But it was only the 4th times. And apparently, the Capri that he backed into, the panel has caved in a little bit, but all over the floor is all the rust and nonsense. All polyfiller and all that sort of that's on the inside. Pictures are worrying. I'll tell you the thing, I wasn't going to put this out, but he's not one, Mike, for keeping his cool under if somebody pisses him off, they really do piss him off. He goes from here as sort of an equilibrium to like down here very, very quickly. And he bought an old Foxy watch once. And the battery went on it. As batteries go on watches. So he shoots down to a shop in the town and buys himself a new watch for his battery. Battery for his watch. That's why you're here. A new battery for his watch. And he comes back to work and everything's all honky-dory and he's done it and he's bobbing about the place. And I said to Mike, knowing what the setup was, what's the time? And he said, effing hell, your watch has stopped. I said, well, what do you mean your watch has stopped? You've just been out for your dinner, because he very rarely goes out for dinner. Excuse me, very rarely goes out for his dinner. He's been out for his dinner because his watch has stopped. So he buys himself a new battery. Half an hour later, the watch has stopped. I said, you don't want to take this off these people, mate. These people who trade up and down, God forbid there's any here. These people who trade up and down all the day, they're taking the piss, they're taking good money, selling you done goods. What is it? You're right, Rick. You're right. I'll get onto him tomorrow. So I'll tell you what, mate. Get in the car now and get right up there and give it to him. Oh, yes, get in the car. Right, I'll do that right now. He gets his watch and gets the car keys and gets into the car and drives up to Orford Lane and sticks the car on double yellows, bounces in the door and says, oi, you're well out of order, mate. I bought this bloody watch on you, the battery off you for my watch, an hour ago, and the bloody thing's not working. And the guy behind the counter has seen this hundreds of times. Sorry, mate. Held up with the batteries, must be the watch. Now, Mike's only had the watch 6 or 8 months. Battery runs out, puts a new battery in it, it works, and then it stops. So we've got some sort of conflict of interest. No, it's not the bleeding watch, it's the battery. The battery's knackered, and you sold me a dud battery, it cost me £3 and you're not on. Sorry, mate. It's your watch. And the shop, unfortunately, it's all fortunate, but depending which way you're looking at it, it's full of the time. Don't buy anything off this bastard! He's murdered this guy, there's the answer on you, you're well out. Just give me, take the back off and check it. Take the back off and check it. I want to take the back off because there's something wrong with the watch. Right, give me money back. Oh, money back right now. Don't have your money back, mate. I'll give you my battery and I want money back. Don't buy anything off him. Buy back this in because he's not on. He's out of order. So eventually, after immense embarrassment, the guy decides to give him his £1.75 back. Now, he comes back, Mike, and this, I think he'd only been with us 18 months at the time. And Mike came in, and he was absolutely made up of himself. He came and said, I've done it. I've got my money back. What still isn't working out? Put £1.75 and I've won the day. And what he didn't know is that Philip in the corner himself had actually taken the battery out of his watch. And all I wish for is that I could stand here and say that the guy in the shop had taken the battery off. Somewhere, I understand that there's some football scores, I think Newcastle have drawn, I think with Liverpool. Michael said I shouldn't tell these results. United have gone down good style. And as a result of that, I'll try one of these little ditties as I have up my sleeve. I believe after the match, Alex Ferguson spoke to Kevin Keegan and said that he was prepared to swap Sharp for Cole. And after some consideration, Keegan said, all right, but how many bags? I'll take back to I'll wait, last night we met in the Blues, did we not, Les? Lester Piggott's old fella. And Les would not tell you a lie, he's living up and he would not tell you a lie. Lester Piggott's old fella gave us a bit of a tip and it's gone down today. Which is very unfortunate. But there you go, sorry about that, Johnny. It did go down. Man City won So the vicar will be happy. Vicar in the, what do you call the place where you do the signing? Oh, you sign with the vestry. We're still signing. The vicar's got the dog collar on. I'm signing. He's filling things in pencil. He's got his. You don't mind it? Blue, white, black star. Brother. He takes his cassock off and he's there. He's white, blue, his brother. While we've come on to football, there is something that's I really must mention. Mike, as a sportsman, as a golfer, is a superb golfer, and in all seriousness, in all sincerity, it is a crime that somebody with the ability that he has got to play off such a low handicap is handicapped by working 5.5 days a week, 8.5 hours a day, that he can't practice, and that truly is a crime. However, one thing that myself and Mr. Jones witnessed once was his debut for Greenall United, which was something to behold, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. Let me share it with you. Mike and I got there. I took my dog for a walk and went down there to watch him play under the shadow of the port's refinery at Stockton Heath. And I was quite surprised. It was his first game for the team, but he was actually captain. And he went up to the centre circle to toss up. I later found out that he was the only one who had a 10-piece, but the only one who couldn't toss up. So the game progresses, and myself and Mike Jones wandered around the pitch as elderly statesmen do, discussing the pros and the cons of the way the game is being played. Triangles, 3-2, whatever they are, combinations. And of course we've got Peter Bonetti at the back. And I was saying to him, how's he playing? Do you think he's having a good game? He said he's doing all right, It's 0-0. This is a pre-season friendly, and everybody is playing for the place. And the intensity of the game was quite. We came to half-time, and we turned round at half-time, and it was still 0-0. It was a close game, and it's fair play to Ray Charles. He'd had a good game. They were going to put a bell in the ball next time, so we knew it was coming. I don't know whether they did or not. So we turned round at half-time, and it's still 0-0. And we enter the final quarter of the game. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not a footballing man myself, but, we're going to settle for a draw here. This is going to be a draw. But late on in the second half, the goalkeeper of the opposition side pumps a long ball downfield. The centre-half collects it, skillfully beats his opposite number, looks up and sees his centre-forward heading towards the goal area. Slides side-footed a beautiful ball around his opposite number and in towards the defence. No problem whatsoever, because the carefully and well-drilled defensive unit of Greenall had this covered with no problem at all. We had two wingers, two deep defenders, coming from the side, and this ball was no problem at all. Because indeed, the centre-half who was chasing was 15 yards behind the ball. And then, like a banshee, Mike's ball! He must have thrown 5 or 6 paces and then broke into an antelope-like canter. The two defenders stopped dead. The centre-forward, let me tell you, crapped his pants. The ball rolled along the floor gingerly towards the 18-yard post, and Mike strode out manfully. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, he fresh-aired. And despite his bad eyesight, he managed just to see it roll over the goalpost, which was sad. He went to put his head in his hands and missed. Am I right, Michael?
Yes,
I think ended up going down 2 or 3-0. But oddly enough, he never. I can't understand what.
No,
he gave his What I thought about earlier on was that I guess most of us here, I think the majority of people who are here are married. And I thought about the marriage vows. I actually thought about them while I was sat in there. They are a slight point. And then I thought about marriage vows with you. I thought about this morning. And I thought, I've got to hang on to this for this. Does Janet know what she's let herself in for? Janet, what was going through your head at the time? Maybe I can suggest. I may be wrong, but let me suggest. for better, for worse. So Mike's had a bad day, but okay. Janet's had a bad day. Mike's going to come in, he's going to be very understanding. No problem. Hey, Jan, you've had a bad day, I've had a bad day. Hey, babe, let's open a bottle of wine, let's sit down, let's have a few drinks, and let's forget about it. You think so? No way. For richer, for poorer. Do you know, I bet on Ernie Els, he's not even made the bleeding. What about this for a line? I'm very glad that Ladbrokes betting line is free for, otherwise she'd kill me. It's Friday afternoon. Can't believe it. Oh, Christ, we should have bet that horse each way. Unless the biggest dad gave him a duffer last night. And I bet on it as well. And here's the classic. Here's the classic. In sickness and in health. And I thought to myself, this is the guy. Now you lot aren't going to know this. I thought this afternoon. Let me just stop from sickness now. I thought this afternoon that I spend, I don't know, 8, 9 hours a day with him. I spend almost as much time with him, John, as you do. Not go for the same things. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Back to page 1, I think. We spend as much time together as Janet and Mike and I do. And he never has had, he's had 1 day off in 5 years, he's had 1 day off sick, and he was at the dental hospital having his teeth taken out. But what I thought to myself was, he eats reasonably well, but if Janet cooks him a dodgy meal, this isn't in keeping with the afternoon as well, but God, it stinks. And if she cooks him a dodgy meal, in sickness and in health, on your bike. Listen, there's 2 things I've got to say. I've known Janet for 5 years, because I've known Mike for 5 years, and I hardly know her at all, really. I've been out with her 3 or 4 times, we've been out, if that, I've been to the races and did but I'm really, really glad that Mike's marrying Janet. If only for the fact that it's not one of them ugly birds I've seen. One final thing. One final thing. When he first came to work...
A bit embarrassed. Already sound the best man. Mums and dads. Come on, mum, dad, come on, whoever. Come on, wait! Where's the best man gone? He's pretending to book film in the camera now. Come on, where's your other half? Let's have some more couples up here now. Some more couples. I want to see some more of you. Mums, dads. It's the Righteous Brothers. Radio 1, I won't play it for you. Well, not the draft nicely.